Hi everyone, Anton Glushkin here, and today we're going to talk about the guitar future. In my hands I've got the Lava Studio, brand new product from Lava, which they call the world's most advanced desktop amp. And before I open this box, I really don't know what's inside yet. A small disclaimer. This is a sponsored video. If you've been following me for a while, you know I have a special relationship with Lava. I've had pretty much all their guitar models, and I've always been insanely curious what they'll come up with next. Back in the day when Lava guitars first appeared, they were a real breakthrough, honestly a game changer. Now it may seem like nothing special, but that's only because we've gotten used to this company constantly coming up with unexpected stuff. So it's no surprise that they finally made an amp. Honestly, I was expecting it. As always, Lava's packaging looks just stunning. I think only the laziest person hasn't already joked that Lava is the Apple of the guitar world. Everything is done really well, stylishly. Let's take a look. You can already see the huge screen. It's actually 13 inches Full HD with a multi-touch, looks like a built-in tablet. The stand can be adjusted to different heights depending on what you need. It can be set up like a desktop setup, or you can use it standing up. Let's assemble it. The screen fits up like this. Now let's check out what we've got on the body. So, built-in 2.1 speakers. The design is minimalist. Here is the input, here is the headphone output, the power button, yeah, you'll guess it right way, and the volume knob. On the back, Type-C for connecting to a computer, 2 line outs, and that's it. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, choose language, English. Oh, the bass sounds instantly promising. Okay, we need to connect to Wi-Fi. Okay, moving on. Yes, it's asking us to log into our account. Right, you need a Lava account. I already have one. I've been with this company for a long time. Spammers, sorry, but this will be blurred. Okay, done. And we got a confirmation. So right away we see a set of ready-made presets, quite a lot of them. Let's take a look at what's here. There are more than 30 amps here and 14 cabinets. They look very recognizable. You don't need to think too hard to guess what classic tones we're about to hear. By default, each amp comes paired with its matching cap. But you can switch that off and mix and match however you like. And by the way, all these amp and cabinet emulations, as well as the effects, are powered by AI, which is kind of the point of this device. Then we've got the effects chain. 37 of them, from gate and compressor to all sorts of modulation, delays and reverbs. And you can shuffle the effects chain in any order, unlike the usual fixed setup. Alright, let's try to make some interesting sound from scratch. We create an empty preset. Let's add an amp. Well, I think this one will work for us. Suspiciously reminds me of something. Okay, let's add a little presence. Slightly less bass. But the mids we can add a lot more. Like this, a little less highs. We add the master and cut the gain down a lot. Oh, perfect. Okay, and now I will try to add a compressor. Perfect. Just a little bit. Add in there. Yes, that's close to what I wanted. Moving on, I think a flanger won't hurt. There, but just a little of it. And let's bring the mix down too. Oh, yes, perfect. Okay, moving on. And now I'd like to create a wider stereo image, so we'll add a chorus, but place it after the amp to make it stereo. Perfect, there. Just, of course, less of it. Okay, what else might we need? Of course, delay. We'll sync it to the BPM, 1.8, and make it lower. And finally, what would we do without reverb? Perfect. I think this one will work. You've already guessed what it's going to be, right? Okay, so the sounds are clear, and you'll probably say every desktop amp has lots of presets, lots of effects. Let's see what else we've got here. Switching on Lava Plus mode. Here we've got backing tracks. More than 500 of them, also divided by genre. Okay, let's try to find something unusual. Okay, Desert Rose. Check out chords, only one chord, and let's go. And now probably the most important function for me, because I love live looping. What's great here? Lava Me free for pretty much all Lava guitars with the screens head loopers. But what I really missed there was track count. You could only record 3 tracks. For a little vamp to jam over, that's fine, but if you want to build something bigger, more interesting, 3 tracks just isn't enough. Here we got up to 7 tracks. Let's try to put together a small track now. We've got a huge selection of grooves to build looping sessions. Here are grooves you can record loops over. More than 260 patterns. And we can choose a ready-made preset for each track we play or build one ourselves. But let's not spend too much time on that now. For me, it's super important how it works with the nylon. That's my main instrument, so let's listen. And there is mini DAW tab. This is basically a real sequencer. You can record tracks, then export them to your computer and finish mixing and mastering there. And here is a feature I want to highlight separately. Normally you'd need separate services or plugins for this, but here it's built in. AI stem separation. This technology lets you split a track into stems. A stem is a group of sounds in the mix, like vocals, drums, bass, guitars, etc. I loaded up one track. Dear copyright holders, this is only for educational purposes, please don't be mad. And now we'll split the track into stems. Basically, it breaks the sound down into individual instruments. I want to make a remix of this track, remix in bossa nova style. Yes, that's my taste, sorry. And what do I need for this? I need the vocal.
Wake up! Wake up! Run, rush, and put a little makeup! Angels deserve to die!
Now many will ask, who is this for? Some will say, well, all these features exist on the computer. A pro will say, no, I'll get a Fender Twin Reverb and enjoy tubes for life. And they'll all be right in their own way. But I think this is for people who want the jar to throw them new ideas every day, so that the amp doesn't just sit there waiting for you to turn on your guitar, but actually motivates you to experiment, to learn, to explore something new. And I think this really is one of the major music tech events of 2025. And by the way, it's not on sale yet. You can only pre-order Lava Studio. They set it up like this. You leave a $10 deposit and get a discount, so the device ends up costing about $6.99 instead of $19.99. Plus, they throw in a Lava Plus subscription, which is worth $150 by itself. So basically, they started with crowdfunding, and for now it's not a mass product, but something for those who want to be among the first to try it. And I'm really curious what you think about all this. How do you like the idea of AI in Guitar Gear? Let me know in the comments. I always read them, and it's interesting to hear your opinion. See you.